Hi, what's up? We are evidently playing more Mario Maker. Thought the first thing we'd work on today is something very different than anything else we've done, but something I was doing. Oh, let's look at my notifications. Oh, wow. Oh, I guess they took that record from me. I was like, alright, good for you, Shuckle Boy. I have no need for that. Yeah, it looks like I'm running out of world records. Sure, we already saw all these, yeah. How do I clear them? Because they're still having the red exclamation mark. There's no news. Okay. Yeah, do I have any world records left? Just these ones. Drowned Grotto and 1 plus 1 equals 11. Well, let's hope we keep them. Anyways, I wanted to talk about a type of level that we haven't really played at all, which is a type I would call like an exam or a test. This one is quite appropriately named Test. And these are very hard levels. You can see only 2 people have cleared this. And when we first found this level, me and my friend, only 1 person had cleared it. Both people in the CHN clan, or perhaps they're actually from China. They're just playing on Japanese Switch. I'm not sure what that means. But basically, me and my friend were playing some Mario Maker. He was curious about the most difficult levels, so we did a detailed search. I didn't even know you could do this. This is kind of cool. Go in here, difficulty, super expert, and then by clear rate low first. You can find some interesting levels. This one, of course, is quite famous. Dan Salvato's level, kind of a follow-up to his viral level in Mario Maker 1. P is for Pain. This one uses another kind of not too surprising but pretty spooky new mechanic. Other ones you'd expect to see in here, and then we found this mysterious test level. We started playing it to see what it was all about. Very intrigued by the fact that it only had 1 clear. And I'll show you what's going on. You only have 10 seconds. You start off at a blitz. You can't just run over these holes, of course, although it kind of looks like you can. You get somewhat close. You can try to jump over them, but you hit the top. You can try to just run off and do the midair stall. That doesn't quite work out. And as soon as you start doing wall jumps, you'll see the entire bottom is saturated with invisible blocks. So that wasn't working either. Then we started getting curious. We started thinking, you know, maybe it's a trick. Maybe there's hidden dev star, dev route. So we were bouncing into all of the spikes above, trying to figure it out. I'd say this kind of level of investigation took, I don't know, we did this for maybe 10-15 minutes, trying to puzzle out what to do. And then my friend miraculously pulled off. I can't do it. It's actually possible to do a spin jump over this gap and not hit the spikes. And I was able to do it a couple times, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it now. It's like the lowest possible spin jump, for sure. Which may be that you have to only press R for 1 frame. I'm not exactly sure how it works, how lenient... Alright, see, we got one. Alright, we got one. So I think it may be like a 1 frame long input. But what's more for sure is that it's very positional dependent. Because we got to the point where my friend could do it, not consistently, but like at least frequently. He would be able to get jumps like this. And never once did we get a jump that was low enough to not hit the spikes, but not long enough to make it to the other side. Which to me suggests that it's very positionally defended. That there's like actually a very tiny slope at the end of this ground style where you can jump from slightly lower. And yeah, like if it wasn't that, then some of the time we would jump the right height, but not early enough. And this would lead to a situation where we just like hit the other wall or whatever, we didn't make it over the gap. So my feeling is that it's both frame perfect and pixel perfect. And you have to do 5 of them in a row. So my friend got 1 a bunch of times, got 2 a bunch of times, got 3 once, and got 4 once. And we ended up with a pretty bizarre setup where we each held one of the Joy-Cons, and I was in charge of just holding run to the right, like right on the D-pad, just to reduce the number of things he was concerned with. So he was only holding Y and then just like flicking the R button as quickly as possible to try to get these. It's pretty nuts. So, you know, compared to like Kaizo levels, which are also absurdly difficult, but are all about a variety of skills, you know, sometimes coming up with extremely novel, brand new forms of variety, forms of challenges. Something like this, of course, is not really interesting and not really fun. And I never would have thought that this level would hold any sort of appeal to me. But I gotta say, like, after grinding away at it a bit, once you start getting them, once you start getting the odd one where you actually make a jump or two, it's very, very satisfying. It feels very, very good. And given how much we grinded at it, so I'd say we ended up spending about 2 hours on this course, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, this is what we were doing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it has kind of a good deranged sort of feeling to it, where you feel kind of compelled to continue. It feels like maybe you're improving, maybe your consistency is going up, but the vast majority of your time is just spent staring at that screen, looking at Toadette, crying out in pain. We were trying to come up with like timing tricks. Like you hear this little fanfare at the start, and then there's the much more quiet actual Ghost House theme, and is there something we can try to sync up to in the music to try to jump from there? But nothing really worked. Like, in the end, you end up just trying what feels like the same thing over and over again, and just sometimes it works. So yeah, would I say this is a good level? Actually, yes. It identified a very kind of corner case skill, something very precise and difficult that probably a lot of people didn't know. Something that the game, it kind of works out miraculously, that this is just barely possible. That it's like probably frame perfect and pixel perfect, and may even have some bizarre sub-pixel type mechanics going on that I could never hope to understand. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of neat. But we're not going to do it for much longer. I just wanted to show you, and then show you some of the other levels we found once we kind of gave up on that. So I was looking at the profile of the person who beat it. At the time, there was just one person who had beaten it. This person. And they had some levels uploaded too that I thought looked interesting. But I could not really figure any of them out. Or maybe I just played this one. It looks like I just only played this one. But what's going on here? Could someone please explain? I cannot for the life of me figure out what I'm supposed to do. It's basically timing thing. And we go through this door. We're instantly given a propeller mushroom. And then somehow we gotta get our way through this. And I have no idea how. The only kind of clue I have is that to go through this, like to go to all the way to the red coin, there's like another similar setup you can see there, but it only involves one brick of like raised up ground. You know how the one I'm standing on here has 2 bricks? So I know it can't actually be anything to do with like sliding off of this brick, like getting a run from here. Because that was like my first thought, right? It was like, I run from here, I fall down, somehow I retain my momentum, and I slide through. But of course you couldn't do that to get through the second one, so I don't think it's that. The fact that we're given the propeller suit, I thought at first was just because if we didn't, then maybe there's a way to do like a normal spin hop to kind of wedge yourself in there. But it may be that there's actually some property of the propeller suit that makes this possible. So, I can like wall jumping from here, immediately spinning. Yeah, I have no idea. Basically a timing thing. But this again, another kind of test level. Can you work out what this obscure and precise mechanic is, and then do it some number of times? I cannot! So we're going to give up on it. Maybe I'll check out the comments, because I think last time I looked at this there wasn't comments. Clear required, great. And then none of these have anything to do with... Okay. This one's called Ray. And this is something written in Chinese, so I don't really understand it. Let's check it out. The world record was set by someone named Ray. Like, this level seemed to be named for that person. So, I'm not sure... Okay... so this looks like a very similar sort of challenge. First we gotta get in here, which I would think isn't so hard, but so far so hard. Alright. We have the key, and now what? See, this is like the same challenge as in the other one. There's something I just don't understand here. Yeah, nah, I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can do it. I have no idea how to do that. As many of the comments reveal. Okay. Probably not getting anywhere. Some tips for this trick. My English is bad. Stand at the edge of the block and jump into the hole. Now this world record was set by the person who uploaded test. So we can start to see a little test community emerging around these courses. Finish the goal as far, Mario. Oh boy. Stand at the edge of... Oh shoot, I wish you could see it again. Will this show? No. What did it say? Stand at the edge of the hole. No. 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 No good. You can get back out here. Oh, actually... Okay. Like, this has the ice, so this feels like way easier than the ones we were doing before. Okay. She goes under a little bit. But it's the same little bit from whether I go from here, or if I just jump from here. So that's not really helping. Okay, the last one that I wanted to show you before this episode ends is one that I actually beat after looking at what other levels I had uploaded. There's one that I thought was actually really cool, and we ground away at it for a bit and I beat it. which is this one called Droop. And I think it's really neat. And again, it's kind of like a test level. It's a little more, I don't know, not so mean. It's a lot more forgiving, I think. You only need to do the trick once. But it's a little misleading. Okay, so you go up here. You gotta bounce off this guy to get this coin. And you're falling, falling, falling. Trying to figure out what to do, where to go. And you end up in this situation with like lots of spikes. And you can see way over there on the right, the ledge that you're supposed to get to. So for quite a while, we were trying to just drift. Like I would go here, but maybe you can start to work out what the actual solution is. Go here and then like try to drift all the way over there. So I tried that a lot and it just did not seem to be working. And then, after ground pounding, because I was getting impatient, I was trying to save time by ground pounding my way down. Oops, I forgot to grab the coin. I realized something else that I could do to get over to the platform, which I thought was actually really cool. That's off the Koops. You ground pound to catch up to him. Right around here, right around here. Actually, this might be a bit too low. That was it. I was trying to adjust. It's kind of neat, you can adjust a few times, but you want to get it so that you're just like above where Koopa's head will be. Like you're basically, oops, in line with Koopa's head when he comes out of the shell. And then, as you probably already guessed, you wait until you're both falling down the pit. And then you bounce right off his head. Let's see if we can get it again. No, that was too high. I went right over him. I'll try it one more time, even though I've already done this. It sure took me a lot longer the first time, just because I had to figure out what to do as well. Yeah, this is looking good. You need a little bit of momentum when you go into him. So we'll kind of go over here. Aw, shoot. I think I went right over Koopa's head that time. So I think it was still a height issue. I was too high up. This looks good. Over here. It's just, I don't know, like, it's so far outside the normal things that... Oh my gosh! Why isn't this working? These look like all really good heights. I'm gonna try again. I want to at least bounce off of them once so you can see what that part looks like. Because I had quite a few ones that were successful bounces, but not good angles, not rightly timed, things like that. So it's like, you gotta stay away from him a bit. Yeah, we did it. Alright, sweet. I'm glad I got that on video, because it was so hard. Alright, no more test stages, possibly ever. But if you know of interesting ones, let me know. I feel like there's probably a ton of really obscure mechanics that I'd kind of like to see how they work, be challenged to see if I can figure them out, things like that. Alright, that's all for now.